You and the whole team, right across the CSL family, but particularly Sequeris here. You know, this facility has been doing this for around more than 100 years, right here where we are. And they've seen plenty of challenges in the past and they've met them, and they're doing it again here today. Our vaccination program and strategy is on track, and that's confirmed again by the visit that the Minister for Health and I have made here today. I also really want to thank all of the workers in the process here, whether they're out at Broadmeadows or they're here or anywhere along the chain. I want to thank the Therapeutic Goods Administration and all of those doing the work that they're doing to make sure that the work that is being done here can go forward and ultimately receive, we believe, the authorisation that will come from them. I've often said through this pandemic that I've never been more proud of Australians. And I can tell you, as I walked around that floor today and I spoke to those who were going through that final stage of filling those vials and making sure they're going out safe, secure, to support the health and the recovery of Australians, and to see the pride in their own eyes about the job they're doing for Australia, I tell you, it hits you. It really does. And, you know, that's the response of Australians right across the country. You know, it's small businesses keeping their show together, keeping their employees on, you know, fighting their way through, understanding the challenges. Same is true here. The professionalism, the dedication, the very long hours. People here have been working long hours for a long time to deliver this, and they're doing it to deliver it for Australians. And I want to thank them very much for that. So our vaccination program, it's on track, and it's sovereign. We're doing it here, in Australia, right here in Melbourne. And that is something that few prime ministers and presidents around the world can say, because we are one of a handful of countries that made the decision to be able to ensure we had this capability here in Australia by Australians. Brian, to you and the whole CSL family, I want to thank you for your dedication to seeing that realised here for your country. So, within a matter of weeks, starting next week as they do the final stage of that process, you know, I call it the bottling process. The scientists have another name for it. But what that means is they bottle it and then they check it and they check it and then they check it again to make sure that when it goes out and when you go to your GP clinic or the place that you will go to get your vaccination, you can have great confidence, not just in the vaccine itself, but the Australian production process that actually got it to that clinic where you received that vaccination for you and your family. So it is another important day today. That final phase of that production process starts here Monday. Of course, they'll be working 24/7. In March, mid to late March, they'll be rolling more than 1 million doses out of here a week. That's a big production effort, and that is going to change the country for the better. And for those who are producing that here, we just simply say thank you for the service that you're providing to your country. Before I hand over to Greg, I'd just make a quick comment on the challenges that we're currently facing here in Victoria regarding the most recent cases. We've dealt with these before, got on top of them before. We've dealt with them the last few weeks in Sydney and Brisbane and Perth. And so a proportionate response by the Victorian government, which I understand from what we've been hearing this morning, and the Health Minister has been in contact with his counterpart here in Melbourne, a proportionate response that enables those, the tracers and others, to be able to get on top of it and get the same successful result that we've seen in other states. That can and will be achieved here. Our role as the federal government is to support those efforts, to support premiers, to support health ministers, to support the health workers here to ensure that they can do the best they possibly can in the job that they have. So we thank all those who are doing what they're doing at the moment. I thank Melburnians and Victorians more broadly for their patience over many, many months in the past. I know you don't want to see Victoria go back into what you had to endure last year, and I can assure you everyone is doing everything to ensure that that is not replicated again on this occasion. There's no reason that it should. As other states have demonstrated, you can get on top of this pretty quickly, and I have reason for confidence that they can do the same thing by following that same process.